Have you ever thought about this? You were there when it all happened. You saw the world for the first time. You heard voices around you. You learned to smile. You learned to walk. You spoke your first words. You experienced hundreds of tiny moments that shaped your life. Yet you can't remember any of them. Not even a single scene. Most people believe the answer is obvious. They think babies simply don't have a developed brain, so memories cannot be created. But modern science suggests something far more surprising. Your early memories may not be missing because they were never formed. They may be missing because your brain changed so dramatically that those memories could no longer survive. Scientists have spent decades studying this mystery. The phenomenon is known as infantile amnesia, the inability of adults to remember the earliest years of childhood. What's fascinating is that babies are actually capable of learning and remembering. Even very young infants can recognize familiar faces, react to repeated experiences, and remember simple patterns for days or even weeks. So the real question is not whether babies can form memories. The real question is, where do those memories go? Part of the answer lies deep inside the brain. The regions responsible for creating long-lasting personal memories are still developing during the first years of life. Imagine trying to save important files onto a computer that is still being built. Information can enter the system, but the storage network is not yet fully organized. As a result, many early experiences are recorded only temporarily. But this is where the story becomes even stranger. During infancy, the brain grows at an incredible speed. Millions of new connections are constantly being created. New pathways are added every day as the brain learns how to process the world. This rapid growth is essential for development. However, some researchers believe there is a hidden cost. When the brain constantly rewires itself, older memory pathways can become unstable. In a way, the construction of new mental highways may erase the footprints left on the old ones. Your brain wasn't failing. It was upgrading itself. And in the process, many early memories were left behind. There is another important piece of the puzzle. To remember an event as part of your life story, you need to understand that you are a separate individual. You need a sense of me. Young infants experience the world, but they do not yet view themselves the way older children and adults do. The ability to recognize yourself as a unique person develops gradually. Without a strong sense of identity, experiences are harder to store as personal stories that can later be recalled. Then comes language. Before children learn to speak, their experiences are mostly stored as feelings, sounds, images, and sensations. Language acts like a filing system for the brain. Once children begin describing events and talking about the past, memories become easier to organize and preserve. Words help turn experiences into stories, and stories are much easier to remember. This is why our earliest clear memories often appear only after language and self-awareness begin to mature. So what really happened to the first years of your life? Those moments were real. The laughter was real. The tears were real. The discoveries were real. But your brain was focused on something even more important than preserving memories. It was building the foundation of who you would become. The child you once were didn't disappear because those experiences had no value. They disappeared because your brain was busy creating the person listening to this video right now. And perhaps that's the greatest mystery of all. The reason you cannot remember your earliest years is not because nothing happened. It's because everything happened.